Imagine biting into a juicy BBQ sandwich from a roadside stand, only to later learn that the meat inside may not have been pork at all. Tonight we dive into one of America's most disturbing true crime stories. Joe Metheny, the man who allegedly killed his victims and cooked their flesh into burgers. Was it the truth or a terrifying legend born from his twisted mind? Joe Metheny was born in 1955 in Maryland, USA. His childhood was marked by neglect, hardship, and abuse. His father died when Joe was just 6 years old, and his mother struggled to raise him and his siblings. By the time he reached adulthood, Metheny had fallen into drugs, alcohol, and crime. He drifted through life working odd jobs, often as a truck driver or laborer. But behind his massive frame, standing over 6 feet tall and weighing nearly 500 pounds, was a man with violent impulses and a hunger for control. In the early 1990s, Metheny claimed his killing spree began after his girlfriend left him and took their child. Fueled by rage and drug use, he went looking for her in Baltimore's homeless camps and drug hangouts. In 1994, he lured the homeless men under a bridge with promises of drugs and alcohol. When they couldn't tell him where his girlfriend was, Metheny brutally murdered them with an axe. He threw their bodies into the nearby river. But he didn't stop there. Over the next few years, Metheny targeted sex workers and drug users, people he believed no one would miss. There's where the story takes a horrifying turn. In 1996, after several murders, Metheny claimed he had an idea. Why waste the bodies? He chopped up human flesh, mixed it with pork, and cooked it into patties. Then he set up a roadside BBQ stand and sold sandwiches to passing drivers. Metheny later confessed the human body tastes very similar to pork. If you mix it together, no one can tell the difference. According to his chilling account, dozens of people may have unknowingly eaten human meat at his stand. However, police never found physical evidence of this. Some investigators believe it was Metheny's way of terrifying the world, feeding his own legend as a cannibal killer. But the confession alone has haunted true crime history ever since. Joe Metheny's downfall came in 1996, when one of his intended victims escaped. A woman he had attacked and chained managed to run away and alert police. When investigators searched his property, they discovered weapons, chains, and evidence linking him to multiple murders. Metheny confessed in chilling detail, openly bragging about killing at least 10 people. In court, he showed no remorse. In fact, he seemed proud of his actions, describing his killings and his alleged human burger scheme with a sinister grin. Joe Metheny was convicted of multiple murders and sentenced to death. Later, his sentence was reduced to life in prison without parole. But his terrifying story didn't end with the trial. In 2017, Joe Metheny was found dead in his prison cell at the age of 62. Authorities reported no foul play. His life ended quietly, but his gruesome legend continues to shock the world. So the question remains, did Joe Metheny really feed human flesh to unsuspecting customers? Some believe he exaggerated his crimes to make himself infamous. Others argue it's entirely possible, given his access to meat and his complete lack of remorse. The truth may never be known, but the story of Joe Metheny lives on as one of the most disturbing examples of evil lurking in plain sight. Joe Metheny's crimes remind us that monsters don't always hide in the shadows. Sometimes they smile, serve you food, and pretend to be just another face in the crowd. Whether his human burger claims were real or not, the fear he created has made him one of America's most infamous killers. If you found this case chilling, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more true crime stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comments, do you think Joe Metheny really sold human burgers? Or was it just a twisted confession?